place value, decimals. Let's start with some vocabulary. A digit is any one of the symbols you can use to write numbers. As a refresher, those are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So 0 is a digit, 1 is a digit, 2 is a digit, and so on. Place value tells us what value to give a digit based on its place within a number. Remember, decimals represent partial numbers, or numbers that are between 0 and 1. Look at the fraction 3 over 10. You can also read it as 3/10, which is the same as the decimal 0.3. The first place value box to the right of the decimal is called tenths. Now look at 3 over 100. This can be read as 3/100, or 0.03. The second place value box to the right of the decimal is called hundredths. Do you see the pattern? The names of our boxes are the same to the right of the ones box as they are to the left of the ones box, just heading in opposite directions. Don't worry, there are no tricks here. Next we have thousandths, 10,000ths, 100,000ths, and so on. You may be wondering why there's no oneths box to the right of the decimal. If you look at our fractions above, you'll notice the place names to the right of the decimal are related to the denominator of our fractions. If you divide by 1, you get a whole number. Whole numbers live to the left of the decimal, so there would be nothing to put in a oneths box. One difference you should know is that we don't use commas to separate our digits to the right of the decimal. But if you ever get lost, count how many places your digit is to the right of the ones box, and then count that same number of places to the left to figure out what that place should be named. Just remember to add a th. Let's look at one more pattern to help you before we wrap up. Suppose you turn the fraction 34 over 100 into a decimal. How would you know which digit goes in each place value box? Since we're dividing by 100, just make sure the digit to the far right ends up in the hundredths box, 0.34. The value is 3/10 and 4/100. For 34 over 1,000 or a million or any other place name, the rule is the same. Make sure the digit to the far right ends up in that box. So 0.034 for 34 over 1,000, 0.0034 for 34 over 10,000, and so on. Don't be afraid to have zeros between your value and the decimal. Sometimes it just works out that way. That's it, you've mastered place value. If you feel like you need some practice, head on over to the place value examples video and we'll work through a few more numbers together.